Normally Bradley's last.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good.
Good afternoon. How are you? Great. Thank you for braving the rain and getting here to this all-important meeting. As you can see, I am not Bradley. Bradley is out ill today, but he does have a message prepared for the group. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bill Penrod. I am the Health Services Administrator up in the Health Center. So thank you once again for joining us. Welcome to the monthly State of the Business meeting. It's great to see you all here in the GRA. We appreciate those who are joining us remotely through Zoom and TLG TV. We extend a special welcome to anyone that is joining us for the first time. We hope you can continue to join us every first Thursday of every month at 3:30 p.m. We'd also like to extend a special welcome to the members of the Community Advisory Board. With those of you that are here with us today, please stand so that we may recognize you. Thank you. We thank you for all that you do to serve our community and help us make this the best place it can be. We will actually now be pleased to hear from one of our new advisory board members. I'd like to now invite Dr. Ada Kuransky, a new member of the board, to come up and tell us a little bit about yourself. Thank you and welcome.
Hi there. As I was introduced, can you hear me? Okay, my name is Ada Kuransky, and I joined the board. COVID kind of confused things, but sort of late summer of this year. And I've been to one or two meetings of the Community Advisory Board, but this is the first time I've really interacted with the community, and it's very nice to meet you all. As he said, my name is Ada Kuransky. I'm a retired cardiologist in the San Jose community. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, and I moved to the Bay Area in 1982 and to Los Gatos in 1989, right before the earthquake. I'm married. My husband, Rich Meltzer, is a retired podiatrist. He also practiced in Los Gatos and San Jose. My area of interest in cardiology was interventional and electrophysiology. I still have a license, but I'm doing mainly consulting now. I'm not really seeing patients actively. I have two adult daughters. One is a, one is a veterinary small animal surgeon who just moved to Berkeley, and another daughter who's a dermatologist who's in Boston, Massachusetts, at Harvard. Anyway, so no grandchildren yet, not sure there's going to be any, but we have two cats and I have a horse. So my interests right now, outside of maintaining my interest in medicine that's limited, is horseback riding, hiking, biking, and painting. I served as a volunteer at the Humane Society of Silicon Valley. I was on the board at Good Samaritan Hospital for a while. I didn't feel like that board really accomplished a lot. I'm very happy to be on this board because it seems like it's a very active board that's very interested in the welfare of the community and does have some ability to affect change. So I'm very happy to meet people, and I'll be around as much as I can. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I can provide my email if anybody wants it, and that's about it.
Thank you, Dr. Karansky, and thank you for volunteering your very valuable time to serve our residents and serve our community. We applaud you, and once again, thank you for being here today and being on the advisory board. As I mentioned, Bradley could not make it here today, but he was good enough to record a video message. We're now going to play a video message from Bradley.
Good afternoon, everyone. While I'm disappointed that I cannot be there with you today, I know you are in good hands, and I appreciate Bill and the rest of the leadership team for facilitating the state of the business meeting well. Unfortunately, I have been out sick for the past few days with one of the many respiratory bugs that are going around right now. There are a few exciting upcoming events that I'd like to make sure everyone is aware of. Next week, on Wednesday, December 7th, we celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the Terraces of Los Gatos. We will have a casual afternoon of food, entertainment, a brief presentation, and celebratory toast. The afternoon starts at 2 p.m. in GRA in Galleria, with hors d'oeuvres and piano music by Atticus Flores, a Marshall Lagoon magic show at 2:30, a brief presentation and champagne toast at 3 p.m., followed by some comedy by Puppetry and Caruso. It will be a fun afternoon. All are invited, and we hope to see you there. On December 20th, we will have the opportunity to meet John Hoffman, President and CEO of Human Good. Throughout this year, John has been conducting a listening tour and visiting all of the Human Good communities. As you may know, his visit was previously scheduled for earlier in the year, but we had to postpone due to COVID-19. We invite all to join a meeting with John at 1 p.m. on December 20th, right there in the GRA. You may have recently received a notice from the town of Los Gatos about some proposed changes to the traffic flow on Glossopole Road. A copy of this notice is published to the newsfeed on TOG Net. The town's project team is planning to bring the phase 1 concept plan to the Los Gatos Town Council for consideration at its December 7th, December 6th. As requested by residents, TLG will provide transportation for residents to and from this town council meeting, leaving TLG at 6:30 p.m. and returning at 9 p.m. We need to make sure that we have a sufficient number of attendants to make sure the after-hours transportation is warranted. If you would like to attend this town council meeting, please sign up today through the activities team or at the concierge desk. We are currently in the process of making some structural changes to our activities and life enrichment programs throughout the community. We are currently in the process of interviewing some strong candidates for our vacant activities coordinator positions. We're also planning to create a new leadership position that will oversee the life enrichment programs throughout the community. This structural change will allow us to create a more cohesive and inclusive life enrichment program that we are confident will serve our community well and beyond. We look forward to providing more updates in the coming weeks. Finally, we have received the results of the resident experience index recently conducted. We are currently working on a summary of the survey results, which we have made before the end. Thank you all for being a part of our community, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Bradley. I don't know if you're watching, Bradley, but that's dedication. Homesick and still able to record a video to play for the residents. I'm just happy to be here and part of this team because that's extreme dedication. We will now hear reports from the other members of the leadership team. Please welcome Linda Price. She's Director of Sales and Marketing.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Good to see you all. Hope you're loving these Christmas decorations that have just been put up this week. It feels very festive in our main building. So I will try to be brief. Gosh, it's just hard to believe that today is December the 1st and that we are in our fourth quarter of the year and sales. We've had a really, really good year. So I'm just going to give you a brief update. Currently in independent living, we are occupied at 170 apartments out of 175. We have 5 apartments that are currently under renovation. So thank you for your patience to all the neighbors who have work going on around you. We appreciate that. Out of those 5 that are in renovation, 2 of those are reserved and we're currently showing 3. We had 2 move-ins in November, so you may have met your new neighbors, but I don't know if they're with us. If not, they may be online, but please help us welcome Dr. Louis Zanger and his wife, Martha. She goes by Marty Dowse Zanger. They are in the patio home F100. Also, please welcome in P288, Jacob and Susan Kuykendall. They were here for Thanksgiving dinner. They became residents on Thanksgiving Day and their truck arrived and their physical move-in was on Friday of last week. So please help us welcome your new neighbors. December, we have 2 move-ins. The next one will be on December the 19th into Q165. And that will be Miss Mary Therese Gundocker. And then in R172, we have Joe and Kathy Fisher. So that will round out the year of our move-ins. Joe and Kathy Fisher will become residents in December, but their move-in, actual physical move-in date is to be determined. They may not come in till after January. So we'll keep you all posted. Want to thank, of course, our welcoming committee and all of our resident ambassadors for helping all our new residents feel welcome and welcoming guests when they're on campus. We've had a really good year. We've exceeded our move-in goal. We have exceeded the budgeted entrance fee goal. So we're doing well. The Grove is currently 100% occupied. It is full. And thank God we have such a great team right now in the Grove that are taking such great care of those residents. In assisted living in the lodge, we're occupied at 42 apartments out of 45. So there's 3 that are currently, there's some family conferences going on. So there may be some upcoming internal transitions. So if you, your loved ones, your neighbors, anyone are feeling a need for more supportive services, please see Sandy Mirasol. Or she's reaching out to you, and we may be seeing some transition in the first quarter of next year. I think that's all I have. Look forward to seeing you all next week at our 30-year anniversary. That's going to be a fun day, so hope you join us. And Dr. Karansky, welcome to TLG and our advisory board. It's a great advisory board. We're very blessed to have them, and you're right, they do great things, and I enjoy some of the special projects that I get to work with them on. So thank you for being here. Any questions for me? If not, I will turn it back over to Bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. I want to remind folks of what Bradley said about this podium last time we were here, and I feel like I'm not getting the same treatment. He said that he had the podium placed on the floor so he could look taller at this podium, and now I feel like I'm hidden behind this podium, so that's that. Thank you, Linda, for that report. I now invite Paul Macri, our Director of Dining Services.
I have a little bit of an advantage in the Heights Department, I guess. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to December. Man, I didn't order this weather, but I sure am glad to see it. I don't know about you, but it makes everything nice and green, and it's really kind of indicative of what we're experiencing now with change of seasons and all that sort of stuff. Dining services, no different. We have a lot of changes that we're dealing with as well. Bringing on some new staff. Speaking of new staff, we have a new dietitian that's starting for the healthcare center. She'll be starting, Irene Freitas will be starting on the 12th of December, bringing a new perspective and a new person at the head of the dietary program. December 7, Bradley mentioned the big party we're having. We're looking forward to a full day of carnival craziness, and that'll be a lot of fun. Many of you participated in our last winter market, bake sale market, I guess is one way to say it. Went over quite well. I think it was pretty well received. We'll do another one on the 20th of December. Should see a robust presentation there as well. As we come out of November, had a really well attended and very well supported Thanksgiving program. It was my first time being in the holiday season here with you all at Terraces, and it was very nice, very generous of you all to share your thoughts and well wishes with me and my team. As we turn around to January, we're reinvigorating the market concept in the dining room. So during the meal periods, we'll have a kind of a grab and go market set up on what used to be the buffet line. I call it the back line, where we have a refrigerated cabinet and we'll have snacks and things like that available for using points with beverages, juices, apple juices, orange juices, cranberry and such. So those are starting to come back into the program. As far as other programs are concerned, we are relaunching the Teaching Kitchen. I don't know if you remember that, but Teaching Kitchen is coming back. So we'll have a new opportunity for everybody to get together and cook together and experiment with new recipes and taste new foods and try new flavors and things like that. So other events will be the Christmas buffet. Still TBD on whether or not we're going to open up for guests, but I feel confident that we're trending in that direction. I feel really good about our opportunity then to bring family in and have really a full-blown Christmas buffet on Christmas Day. That might be a lot of fun for everyone. Tell me what you think through Dining Council. Susan, thank you for the opportunity there. Susan, Linda, and Flo for giving me all of this information as it comes to me. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we'll do the traditional champagne toast, ball drop. I think we celebrate New York's New Year's. Is that correct? Yeah. So we celebrated in New York. It's 12 o'clock somewhere, right? And then New Year's Day we'll have a nice buffet, I believe is the story. And Black Eyed Peas. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Black Eyed Peas story, why we have Black Eyed Peas on New Year's. It all has, I'm from the South, as many of you know. You've heard me talk about my Texas heritage, but the story of the Black Eyed Peas actually dates back to the Civil War. when Sherman burned Atlanta to the ground, the residents of Atlanta recognized that they didn't destroy the cowpeas, which are black-eyed peas, and they recognized it as divine intervention from above to give them something to eat. So we celebrate black-eyed peas as a sign of good luck. So we will. I tell you what, it's a win, and it's a guarantee in my house. I always have it. It's kind of hard to find black-eyed peas sometimes in California. It's not really a California thing, but Mrs. Chai, I'll come to your house and find some there if I can't find it at my local grocery store. But anyway, so those are some of the things that we have coming. Again, it's a great pleasure to be of service to you all in this community. It's a wonderful community, and I thank you for all of your warm comments and even ones that aren't so warm. It's okay. We're always looking to improve what we do, and thank you very much for your constructive criticisms and help with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. I'm a firm believer in if the dining program is successful, you have a great community. So having Paul here, yeah. And the wealth of knowledge that he brings and the energy is wonderful. So thank you for that, Paul. How many of you are enjoying the decorations? Wow. Well, the gentleman responsible for that, our Director of Buildings and Grounds, Vincent, please come up and give your report.
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it's starting to look like Christmas. We have officially completed our decorating of the terraces of Los Gatos. I hope you all enjoy all of the decorations, and have any comments or suggestions for me for this year or next year, please let me know. Just have one. The lights are beautiful. Thank you. I just have really one important update for all of you. Very important. We've recently completed our Buildings and Grounds Life Safety by the state of California inspection. And I'm very happy and pleased to announce that we had 0 deficiencies this year. Very exciting. I'm very proud of my team and everything that they've done over these past years, even through COVID. It's a very difficult survey and process to get through. There's a lot of documentation and record keeping that we do throughout the year. So we did very well, and again, very proud of my team for that. As far as any other updates, if anyone's curious to know, San Jose Water was able to replace the meter out in P building. Rain or shine, San Jose Water's there. So they took care of that, and that was successful today. Other than that, that's really all the updates I have. Happy holidays. Oh, question, Linda, yes. Yes. Small tree in the GRA. I think we can improve on that. So yes, I'll look into that for the next year. Thank you. All right, have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Vincent. He is not taking enough credit on that survey. He's prepped the team, so he led that charge. And I want to share a quick story. I was in his office preparing for that survey with a regional support, and we're there doing all the paperwork, and Vincent's already had it all done. And we get a phone call that somebody's here from CDPH to do the survey. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're already in our building. We were going through another survey at the same time, and she walks in the building to do the life safety. So they had two surveys going on at the same time in the building, and they're not supposed to do that. But because Vincent was so prepared, he led her around and got that done in an hour and 0 deficiency. So Vincent, take more credit for that. You did a great job. I now invite Sandy Marisol up to give a report. She's our Director of Resident Services.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think I'm the shortest one here, but anyway, shortest but mighty, I'm going to say. We have a lot going on in December as far as activities. We continue with activities. I don't want anyone to worry about any cancellation of any activities that are currently on the calendar. There will also be a New Year's Eve party. I am already starting that. And we'll be speaking to the social committee next Tuesday in regards to that and what will be happening. So we'll instill fun. You'll still have fun, joy. I'm all about that. So we'll continue that. And if you have any suggestions, please feel free to tell me and let me know what you would like. And we'll try to get that done. So still looking for the life enrichment director. As you all know, we put a hold on the residential living activity coordinator because of the change in our activity program. So until we have that person, guess who's it? Me. So I'm going to need all of your help. I was trying to remember how I did things 30 some years ago when I was a recreation director. I had a lot of fun. So expect on New Year's Eve, I better be seeing some dancing. All right. I don't like where the dance floor is empty. So if I pull you on the floor, please don't let me pull you too hard. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have. I continue to work with residents in the residential living and assisted living as far as what their needs are, and continue to help with transitions of a resident from independent living to assisted living, and also helping with families. Do you have any questions of me? All right, well, you know where I am, you know where to find me, and I'll see you around. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. I have a question. I know you're wearing one hat today. You're talking about activities and you do everything else for the residents. How many people are you mentoring right now? 10 at least. She mentors our next group of leaders down the future. So if you see young people getting promoted here and other places at Human Good, it's because she takes the time to mentor the next generation of leaders. So thank you for that, Sandy. I now invite, wait, I want to say something first. I came from a community that had an extraordinary pastor and chaplain, and she was a mentor to me, and she taught me a lot about senior care. And I know that ours is just as good, if not better. And those of you who have not lived somewhere else where you don't have a chaplain, it's a privilege to have a chaplain, and we have an amazing chaplain with us. So Cindy, could you please come up and give your report?
Thank you, Bill. Well, Bart, when I saw you walk in, if it hadn't been raining today, I was going to have you bring your drum set, because we need a drum roll at this moment. Next time. Okay. So the drum roll, help me. We have 162 hats. We have met our goal. We have exceeded our goal. And so I just really want to thank all of you for your generosity, for the hats you've bought, the hats you've made. They are all different and all beautiful. And here are a few. I will say, this hat right here was made on a machine by 2 of our staff yesterday. So there is such a thing as a knitting machine, and the Terraces now has one. So if you would like to learn more, I can tell you. But these hats are going to people who are members of Recovery Cafe in downtown San Jose. These are men and women who have struggled with addiction and homelessness and mental health issues, and they are going to be warmer thanks to you and your gift. On Tuesday, we are taking a bus trip to Recovery Cafe to deliver our 162 hats. And there are still a few seats available on the bus. So if you would like to go, we are leaving at 1 o'clock and returning at 3:30. And it is going to be a wonderful opportunity for people to see the space, to meet some of the members, and to see really good work that's being done with people who have been living on the streets. So if you're interested in that, send me an email, call me, leave a message on my phone here, and I would love to have you join us. The third thing, in addition to hats and bus trips, is that on Thursday, December 15th, so 2 weeks from today at 3:30, we are having a Hanukkah Christmas sing-along. There are a number of resident musicians who will be participating, as well as Cantor Devora from Shir Hadash and Pastor Erica from the First Presbyterian Church, who are going to be here to help lead Hanukkah and Christmas singing. And then the ukulele group is going to help us do some Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and To Deck the Halls kind of singing. So I do hope you can join us on Thursday, the 15th at 3:30. Any questions for me? Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Last but not least is our Director of Human Resources, Christy McKinney.
Hello, everyone. Even though I'm not after tall Linda, I'm still after tall, the other tall person, Cindy. All right. Well, happy holidays to everybody. Hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and looking forward to a wonderful holiday season. I just wanted to give you an update on all team members and where we're at with team members that have been hired and who is in the process. So since we met last, we have hired 2 team members for dining services, tray line and wait staff. We hired a lodge activity assistant. We hired a registered nurse and a licensed vocational nurse. So they have started since we met last. And in the pipeline, after they've accepted their offers, we are in the process of bringing in a wellness LVN, a concierge, 2 LVNs working in the health center, a dishwasher, and a cook. And then we just recently received a couple of other offers that we just extended out. So we're going to get them processed as well. So another 2 people. So good news. We're doing well with our hiring process, and I'm happy to have team members come in to be able to help all the current team members and to be able to partner with you on your day-to-day services. Anniversaries are always a fun thing I like to talk about. So for this month, we have 6 team members that will be here from 0 to 5 years. So 1 to 5 years, I guess. 3 team members, 6 to 10 years. 1 team member that's 11 to 15 years. 2 team members, 16 to 20 years. 1 team member from 20 to 25 years. And guess who will be celebrating their 30th year anniversary on our anniversary date? Does anybody know? Wazid, yes. So Wazid will be celebrating his 30th anniversary on our anniversary. So yes, so congratulations to him. And we're always excited to be able to celebrate him along with our anniversary date. So any questions for me at all? Yes. That's a good question. Bill probably can answer most of those for you because he hires a lot. I don't know. We're not really doing anything a lot different than what we've been doing. I think a lot of the nurses, I can probably give a little bit of a lot of nurses are coming because they either did their clinicals here and they had a great experience, or they're friends with our current nurses that are here. So we tend to get a lot of team members referrals. So I think that's a big part of it. We're also partnering with different schools. And we have a CNA school and I know you've been kind of working with some of the other schools for our licensed nurses. So I think building those relationships, they're getting to know more about us as a community. And just information, within the greater Los Gatos, San Jose community about our reputation, having great surveys, all of those things are really big factors. I don't know if that answered your question, but we're just tucking their arms under a little harder and dragging them in. That's it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Christy. Did you count how many people we've hired? We're doing that with one person in HR. Christy, thank you for working around the clock. It seems like you're always on. We're getting emails 10, 11 p.m., 5 a.m., whatever, just so you can get your work done. And we appreciate you. Thank you for that. And she has a lot to do with those people coming as well. So Christy, thank you for that. I will now report on what we're doing in the health center. As Christy mentioned, we've hired quite a few nurses. The team has built a great reputation in the community. They're recruiting their friends. The word is getting out how wonderful the residents treat our team members when they're here. So kudos to you all for being so open and welcoming these team members when they come. So it's a great community outreach that we're doing and onboarding when they're coming here. And they're leaving other communities to come here because they hear what a great place Terraces of Los Gatos is. So kudos to all of you. We had our annual recertification survey on November 7th. Let me tell you a little backstory. We had a support person here from our community support services. They sent a regional person to train our nurses for 1 month because we hired a new director of nursing. So she prepped the team very well. And then we were notified that we were going to have a mock survey. A mock survey is when they hire a third-party outfit to come in and look at the same things the state would look at to make sure that we're up to code on everything. That mock survey team was scheduled to come Monday, November 7th. So we were prepped for mock survey, and I get here at 7 ready to welcome this person. And here comes the California Department of Health to give us the real survey. So the team jumped into action, and I think we did extremely well. They were well prepared. And they were excited about survey because we were going to get a grade on all the process and the training we were doing for the team. So the timing couldn't have been any better. The survey team was very congenial. So we had a great working relationship because our philosophy is when we're working with the California Department of Health, it's a partnership with them to provide the best experience for residents in skilled nursing. So we conveyed that to them and they realized that we've made a commitment to that. And the survey process to us really didn't feel like surveys from the past. I can tell you the director of nursing that we have hired now, if she were here, she would tell you it's a very different experience this time around than from 2019 when she was the acting director of nursing. She was stressed, overwork, and she felt unsupported. So if I were to bring her down here today, she would give you a 180-degree feel of how we got through survey. And I just spoke with the supervisor of California Department of Health, and they put our survey results in the mail. So we're all crossing our fingers. We will have some areas to work on, but I feel very confident that it will be far superior to the survey we had in 2019. And that's the team has dedicated to being better, and they've committed. They were here over 5 days working 12-hour shifts and supporting each other. And the celebration we had after that was an exhilaration, something that I had not experienced before. This was my first survey as the administrator. I've been to many surveys where I was watching, But I have to tell you, I was very proud of the team, and you should be proud too, and we'll share the results with you when they come in. But other than the survey, I think we are one team member short of a full staff. We are searching for one knock shift, which is the overnight nurse. That's a tough shift to fill. But the person who was in that role is now our infection preventionist. So we've done a lot of promotions from within, at least 3 or 4 over the last few months. And that's what's built that connection between all the team members. They want to support each other. Other than that, we had COVID for about 10 days. We had 7 COVID patients. It just all of a sudden flipped, and it was spiraling out of control. So we had to create a COVID zone, which we had not had here in 3 years. We have a policy as to when someone tests positive, we transition them to a better opportunity for them in a COVID area in another community. That way it doesn't spread in our community, and our team members were very thankful that. But we just had a special circumstance where we were getting 3 or 4 in one day, and then we got 3 the next day. So we couldn't transition all those folks, and the team felt confident we can handle that, and they did an extraordinary job. Everyone recovered quickly, and now we are COVID free in the health center. So great job to the team, and thank you for Vincent and everybody who supported that. Any questions about the health center? Yes. In a positive way. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, the Terraces of Los Gatos was recognized as one of the best senior living communities for staff. Am I correct there? In US News and World Report. Isn't that right? Senior living, yes, for senior living, yes. So that has, and Bradley's got that as his tagline for his email. Yeah. Yeah. So if you go to our website, there's more to that. Yes, but that is absolutely true. So I can confirm that ham radio tells the truth. Okay. Yes. So you can follow that social media. Ham radio tells the truth. Any other questions for me or? Oh, yes, ma'am. I just hope I can answer these. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the question for the viewers is questions about the master plan. We haven't seen any more since it's been put together, and we will make sure Bradley hears that and brings it to the next meeting. Yes, sir. The question is, they didn't realize there is a master plan. I didn't realize that either, so it's a first to me, but we will make sure that Bradley is more transparent and shares that at the next meeting. Any other questions? No other questions? All right, well, on behalf of Bradley and the leadership team, thank you for taking the time to get wet and come here to the meeting. And those of you on Zoom and TLG TV, thank you for joining us. Dr. Korensky, sorry, Ada, thank you for serving on our advisory committee, and thank you for being here and presenting your bio to us. And thank you all for being here today. That concludes our monthly meeting. Thank you.
Hear something that's light. I just want to say, keep up the way you make your presentation. Short, point, direct. Good management. I've been in so many rooms.